I'm Kai Clifford, your spiritual guide and energy alchemist. And today we're talking about evolving as a human. Now, as you know, I go live on my Facebook page as well. Part 1 was just done over on Facebook, but you can watch them in any order. You can watch one or both because there's slightly different things in each episode. But do head over to my Facebook page after this. It's Kai Clifford Energy Alchemy, and you can find the link in the descriptions below as well. So evolving as a human is so important to understand that we are here on this earth to evolve. That's why we're here. We're here to purify our negative emotions into positive. We're here to bring the divine force within us into the forefront. And now to do this, we actually have to go, when we're born, we go through the great forgetting. We are anesthetized before we're born, our spirits. This is what the pathwork teaches. The pathwork is biblically sound, it's spiritually sound, it's incredibly powerful. It spells out the psychology of humans, how to pray, how to manifest, how the spirit world works. It's channeled by, it's a spirit of God channeled through this very wise and beautiful lady back in the 1950s to 70s. And she grew quite a following, and it is the most profound series of works I've ever read. It really is incredible. It basically spells out the teachings in the Bible as well, but in a way that you can understand that's not written in code. And when you read it, it's not like some of the other things like Abraham Hicks that has some truth in it, but clearly isn't from the highest realms, because it has a lot of junk in it as well about like just feel positive and never think of the negative and don't do shadow work and ugh. So some of the spiritual truths in it are sound, but this is different. You can feel, you can tell just from the work that it's the real deal. So before we're born, we're sort of put under this anesthesia where we forget everything that we know in the spirit realm. The spirit realm is just the other world. It's a realer world, and spirits are just people, okay? Just people, just not in human form. They're in spirit form. That's why they're called spirits. And when we come to this earth, we need to forget, because otherwise the divine parts of us, the parts that would know, would just carry us forward and it would be la-di-da and all would be okay. And the negative parts of us wouldn't need to be activated. They wouldn't need to be triggered, or they wouldn't be triggered. And then you wouldn't have to face them and learn how to evolve and get through them. So it's really important that we do have triggers, like not forever, but on this planet. If you have triggers come up, then that's actually just a sign of where you have to grow. So when you see your triggers as an activation, when you see your triggers as a gift that show you where you have to grow, then rather than just seeing it as like, oh, just being crazy or just a problem, so like I just have to heal. No. It's your triggers show you where you need to look at so you can evolve spiritually and psychologically. Now, of course, psychologically, that is also spiritually, because you can't separate it. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So say hi as you come on live, and if you're here on the replay, let me know as well. If you comment, you're more likely to see my videos again, but also I just love to connect with people. So make sure you let me know if you're here. It will make my heart sing. It will make me very happy. And if you hear me say something in this that you're like, you know what, that's good, please share this with a friend. You can either DM it to someone that you know is into this type of work, whoever pops into your mind, or just share it on your profile and tell people why they should watch it, because you never know who is dealing with some big problem in their life that they've tried one thing after another to heal or fix, and it just hasn't worked. And then I pop up on the newsfeed, they resonate with me, they work with me, and I change their entire life. So know that sometimes just by sharing a post or a few posts of mine, a few videos, it really can have a big ripple effect in the world. Okay, so seeing your triggers as opportunities to grow. This is the most key thing. And when you get triggered, it's where you're really irrational and you're not actually thinking from a sane place. How interesting is that? Like when you get triggered and you get all offended and uppity and your heart rate rises and you can't see things clearly and you just want to attack, you're not sane in that moment. You're irrational because you're coming from a hurt place, a childish place. And these woundings, they are the key to your evolution and growth. When you can look at your triggers and you can sit with them, breathe through them, and notice how your triggers are just you blaming other people, literally blaming others, being, oh, I can't believe that he did this and nobody cares about me. Well, that's just your trigger. It's not actually true. And if you feel like no one's caring about you, it's because from that place of you, you're not caring about others. You being offended and triggered and lonely and being like, no one cares. That's you not caring. That's you not caring. That's you having a feeling in your body of not caring. It's not love, is it? It's not compassion. It's not interest in what other people are doing. It's just shutting down and being upset that no one's caring or no one's supporting you or whatever your trigger is. So this is why when the trigger comes up, you need to sit through it and breathe through it for as long as it takes. You're going to want to fly off the handle sometimes. You're going to be blaming, oh, they did this and they did that. Well, what are you doing? What did you do? How are you feeling? How are you reacting? When you can just come from a place and realize, wait there, my triggers are literally an irrational part of me. This is not rational. As much as I want to blame, as much as I like this feeling of being offended, it's an irrational part of me. And you breathe through it and you sit with it and you tell yourself with kindness as much as you can, not with hate, because that's just double negativity and it doesn't work either. Try to come with as much understanding that everyone has triggers. We all have stuff. And as soon as you can face it, hello guys, hello Danny, hello good D shorts, hello guys, welcome. So remember, as you face your triggers with a breath, with as much kindness as you can muster, realizing that we all have triggers and things that are wrong with us, like we just do. But instead of lashing out from that place, never talk to someone from that place. Like, not really. I'm not saying like literally never, but if you want to evolve and be as conscious as you can, you want to stop and pause. Pause before you talk. Pause together. Pause to breathe and reset your nervous system. Because your breath, if you're triggered, your breath is your best friend. Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. Just enjoying this weather, out in the park, out by the beach. Just, about to go and have some client sessions after this, actually, really soon. So I'm only going to be a few more minutes. Some of you might not know, but many of you know that I'm doing spiritual success class here and on my YouTube page. So make sure you're following me over there as well. And if you do want to learn about healing in your life, overcoming triggers, evolving spiritually, up-leveling your life, your manifestations, all those sorts of things, then get my free Healers ebook. Now, this ebook is... It teaches you the 3 big mistakes everyone makes when healing themselves. One of them being the missing link to forgiveness. I look triggered. Why, thank you. And so one of the missing keys to forgiveness, to forgiveness, is that everyone's just going around saying, I forgive, and they think that they forgive. But that's not forgiveness. Forgiveness is an alchemical process. So I'm going to outline the exact steps you need to take. And remember, forgiveness, it brings you closer with people. It drops your end of the rope that makes other people resent you and treat you badly, and then they just change as well. Yep, only messing. And then when you forgive, you actually get great at manifesting, because all this negative energy isn't set 24/7 on a loop to that thing in the back of your mind that you're upset about, that you're hurt about. And remember, what does forgiveness mean? Forgiveness simply means to release the hurt feeling. It's just about releasing the emotional charge that's in the way of feeling good. That when you think about the thing, like, it could be the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone, like literally the worst on earth. And forgiving doesn't mean that you even have to talk to the person. It doesn't mean that you say it's okay. You say, yep, that happened. Shrug shoulders, no emotional charge. Just like, yep, it happened. Yeah, it did. It sucked. Didn't like it. It was a really hard time in my life, but yeah, it is what it is. And when you can have that level of no feeling around it, then you're free. Then you're free. The alternative is sick. You go, oh, I can't believe that happened. It was the worst thing ever. And they did this and they did that. Or I did this and and you got these hurt feelings and these emotional charges, and it just takes you out of your power. So this is why it's so important to forgive. So if you want to know more about that, read my Healers ebook for free. You can find the link of it in the description here, or simply go to spiritualsuccessjourney.com/Healers ebook, and you can download it there and read it today. Now, last thing I'll talk about on evolving spiritually, you have to seek the divine within you, whether it's God, whether it's infinite spirit, whether you have a connection with Jesus, or you're still just thinking of it as the universe. As long as you understand that there's a higher power that guides us, that it doesn't in a way just show up magically or forcefully, because we have free will. And that's our gift. Our gift is free will. Even though there are two types of wills, there's divine will, which is God's will, love's will, the will of love, which is love is an intelligence. When we clear our fears, when we forgive, then we open up more space for our intelligence to come in, and that will be from a loving place. Now remember, love doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. That's not love, that's fear. You think it's love, you can think that you're being loving. I'm so loving that I'm letting them walk all over me. No, you're not, okay? You're fearful, you're avoidant, and you have some programs that believe that you have to let people walk all over you to be a good person. A loving person will be kind, but they'll say, no, you can't treat me like that. Absolutely, this is not okay for me. And if you continue to do this, I'll withdraw my presence, or something like that. That's loving. Do I believe in God? Yes, I absolutely believe in God. I found God through a roundabout way, though, because I grew up atheist. Got into witchcraft, actually, black magic, not a good idea. And then through there, I found Buddhism. And then through there, I started realizing, wait there, everything's made of one. We're all made of one. We're all one consciousness. And to me, even though I didn't understand it at the time, I knew that that we all were made of the creator. And then I got into law of attraction. And then I realized that was missing a lot about the protection. People were just saying that entities don't exist, and that, you just shine bright and not to do shadow work and just think positive. And it's all this crazy stuff. You have to be able to dance to the shadow, talk to the negative parts within yourself, but use positivity on them. Like, if you're feeling scared, you don't just be like, oh, I'm positive. No, you let yourself feel the fear, and you say, yep, I feel this fear, but I'm going to be okay. I fear this part of me that's scared. What's wrong? And you find out why you're scared, and then you talk yourself into believing you can trust. You talk yourself into finding another way. That's how you're meant to use positivity, not just being, I'm a positive robot. No, we're people. We're divinely built and guided. So this alone is going to help you evolve as a human, as well as seeking and asking for the divine within you. As I said, whether it's God, infinite spirit, Jesus, or you're still just thinking of it like the universe, whichever one you personally can get behind, as long as you believe that it's loving and has your back. And even though you can't hear it all the time, it can always hear you, or he can always hear you. So this is my spiritual class for today. I will be back tomorrow. So make sure you're following me and share this with someone if you think that people need to hear this work. Okay, so we've got, I do believe in God, but not the Bible version. I believe in one connected consciousness. We are all but of the divine source. Well, yeah, that's where I started out as well. And I'd say I'm still exactly there. But I would also say that the Bible version has a hard rap. Because just because people are limited and short-sighted and negative, and they take things the wrong way, and they get the wrong idea, and so they teach the wrong thing, and then they traumatize people with religious trauma, it doesn't mean that the God in the Bible isn't also real, except maybe, of course, the Bible has been altered to certain degrees, and certain words have been mistranslated. Like, I don't believe that it's a jealous God. I believe it's a protective God. I don't believe that it's fearing God. I believe it's respecting God with great reverence. But other than that, there's things I've read in the Bible that are really deeply loving and promising that you will be provided for when you have faith. You will be provided for when you listen to the voice of love, which, some say don't sin. But what are sins? They're just things that you do that are instant gratification that make you unhappy later. That's a sin. That's all it is. And so when we seek for the divine and we understand that this greater presence, this greater God, this greater infinite spirit can see what's happening in everyone's life, and I can just see what's happening in this park here. That's all I can see. But God, the divine, infinite spirit, knows what's happening in the mind of the person on the other side of the world. He knows every single person that's thinking about me, speaking about me. He knows everyone that has ill will towards me. He knows everyone that loves me, everyone that wants to help me, everyone that doesn't. And so when I tune into this greater force and I keep asking and seeking it for months and years and years and years, until it just breaks through and I start having divine experiences, until we start having divine experiences, which means like synchronicities, being guided, breakthroughs coming in, manifestations, things crumbling out of your life and being replaced with something better. That's when you have to hold on and have faith. That's when things get better. That's when we evolve as humans. So this is my sermon for today. Please share this if you want. Like this, follow, subscribe, any of those things. Do or don't, that's up to you. But if you do want to see me again, make sure you subscribe and come over to my Facebook page, Kai Clifford Energy Alchemy, and make sure you like that too. And of course, obviously comment, mostly so Facebook can know to show you my stuff. Otherwise, you might just never see me again. Okay, gorgeouses, I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here live, mate. I really appreciate it. I'm Kai Clifford, your spiritual guide and energy alchemist. Mwah.